Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Prasar Bharati. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. US President Trump imposes 10% tariffs on 8 European nations from February 1st over Greenland row. Tariffs may rise to 25% from 1st of June. EU-Mercosur bloc sign free trade deal after 25 years of negotiations amid concerns over global tariffs, isolationism. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to lay the foundation stone of the Kaziranga elevated corridor in Assam will also inaugurate development projects in West Bengal. In the ICC Under-19 Men's Cricket World Cup, India beat Bangladesh in a thrilling match in Bulawayo, Zimbabwe. Ambassadors from the European Union's 27 countries will convene on Sunday for an emergency meeting after US President Donald Trump vowed a wave of increasing tariffs on European allies until the United States is allowed to buy Greenland. In a post on Truth Social, Trump said 10% tariffs would take effect on February 1st on imports from Denmark, Norway, Sweden, France, Germany, Great Britain, the Netherlands and Finland, rising to 25% on 1st of June and remaining in place until a deal is reached. European leaders criticized the move, backing Denmark and warning the tariff threat could undermine NATO and destabilize transatlantic ties. European countries said they were coordinating a response, while EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas said tariffs harm prosperity on both sides of the Atlantic. Protesters gathered in Nuuk to protest against Trump's plans for the US to annex the Danish autonomous territory. Thousands of people demonstrated in the capital of Greenland, including the territory's prime minister. Mercosur and the European Union signed a major trade agreement on Saturday in Paraguay's capital, Asuncion. After more than 25 years of negotiations, the agreement will reduce tariffs to boost trade between the regions and has been approved by a majority of European countries, despite some criticism. The ceremony was attended by the presidents of Argentina, Paraguay and Uruguay, while Brazilian President Lula da Silva was represented by his foreign minister. President of European Commission Ursula von der Leyen called the deal phenomenal, saying it reflects a clear choice for fair trade and long-term cooperation.
We are creating the largest free trade zone in the world. This agreement sends a very strong message to the world. It reflects a clear and deliberate choice. We choose fair trade over tariffs. We choose a productive, long-term partnership over isolation.
Tensions flared in downtown Minneapolis as anti-ICE protesters on Saturday scuffled with demonstrators at a rally organized by an online activist who took part in January 6, 2021 attack on US Capitol. Jake Lang, one of more than 1,500 people pardoned by President Donald Trump after their criminal convictions related to the attack on the US Capitol in 2021, had called for an anti-fraud march, vowing to burn copies of the religious book and led people on march for about 2 miles to the Cedar Riverside neighborhood of Minneapolis, where many Somali immigrants live. In response to this, outside Minneapolis City Hall, anti-ICE protesters pulled down the banners Lang's group displayed reading Americans Against Islamification, leading to brief clashes. The protest comes amid continued outrage over the January 7 killing of Renee Good, a US citizen shot by an ICE agent, as thousands of federal immigration agents remain deployed across the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. More than 1,000 protesters gathered outside the Iranian embassy in London on Saturday, calling for freedom in Iran as demonstrations continued over the situation inside the country. Demonstrators held a large lion and sun pre-revolutionary flag, signs reading "Freedom for Iran" and photos of opposition figure Reza Pahlavi, while internet blackouts complicated access to information according to net blocks. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei blamed US President Donald Trump for weeks of protests, which began on December 28 over economic hardship and expanded into calls for an end to clerical rule. Syrian government forces advanced into northern Kurdish-held territories on Saturday, seizing control of Deir Hafar east of Aleppo and entering Tabqa in Raqqa province, including its military airport and 2 oil fields, amid stalled integration talks from a March agreement. Clashes intensified despite a Friday withdrawal deal with the SDF accusing Damascus of betrayal after attacks near Makhsana killed soldiers. President Ahmed al-Shara's decree elevated Kurdish to a national language and restored citizenship, but Kurds dismissed it as an inadequate without constitutional safeguards. US Central Command urged halting offensives between Aleppo and Tabqa, while France and Iraqi Kurdistan called for de-escalation. People celebrated in Kampala after Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni won 7th term in office following an election marred by violence and an internet shutdown, with African observers saying arrests and abductions had instilled fear. Museveni won 71.65% of the vote, extending his nearly 40-year rule, as reports emerged of at least 10 deaths and intimidation of the opposition and civil society. He defeated opposition figure Bobby Wine, who rejected what he called fake results and said he was in hiding after reported security raid on his home, claims police denied, as heavy security deployments were seen across the capital to prevent protests. Guinea's newly elected president, Mamadi Doumbouya, was formally sworn in on Saturday, marking the end of 4 years of military rule and the return of constitutional governance. Doumbouya won the presidential election with nearly 87% of the vote, following the adoption of a new constitution in 2025. Officials say his inauguration signals the start of a new chapter of national stability and unity in Guinea. Doumbouya, who first seized power in 2021 coup, now assumes office with a civilian mandate. A Hindu hotelier was allegedly beaten to death following a dispute over a trivial issue in Bangladesh's Ghazipur on Saturday. Police have arrested 3 people in connection with the incident. The deceased has been identified as Litan Chandra Ghosh of the Chandaya area. According to the victim's family, the dispute escalated when Litan tried to intervene to calm the situation, during which he was struck on the head with a shovel and died on the spot. Police said preparations are underway to file a case in the matter. And still to come on this edition of DD India Live. PM Vishwakarma Haat 2026 opens at Delhi Haat today. 117 artisans from all states and union territories to participate. Poland's Deputy Prime Minister Sikorski to attend Jaipur Literature Fest. Manchester United ends Manchester City's 13-match unbeaten run at the Premier League.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium, we'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
You're watching DD Live. I'm Prasar Bharati, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi will lay the foundation stone of the Kaziranga elevated corridor worth over 6,950 crore at Kaliabor in Assam. The 86-kilometer long Kaziranga elevated corridor project is an environmentally conscious national highway project. It will feature 35 kilometers of elevated wildlife corridor that will pass through Kaziranga National Park. The project will pass through Nagaon, Karbi Anglong and Golaghat districts and will significantly improve connectivity to Upper Assam. The elevated wildlife corridor will ensure uninterrupted movement of animals, reduce human-wildlife conflict. It will also enhance road safety, reduce travel time and accident rates. As part of the project, bypasses will be developed at Jakhalabanda and Bokahat, and that will help to decongest towns, improve urban mobility and enhance the quality of life for local residents. During the program, Prime Minister will also flag off two new Amrit Bharat Express trains, Guwahati Kamakhya Rohtak Amrit Bharat Express and Dibrugarh Lucknow Gomti Nagar Amrit Bharat Express. These new train services will strengthen rail connectivity between the northeast and northern India, enabling safer and more convenient travel for the people. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be visiting West Bengal Singur on Sunday, where he will inaugurate multiple development projects worth around rupees 830 crore. DD India's Deepika Mehto sends us this report from Singur, in which you can listen in to what the local residents who express their excitement ahead of PM's visit that promises Singur's path to prosperity. Take a look.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on a two-day visit to West Bengal. After dedicating and inaugurating various development-led projects in Malda and with the idea of ensuring 360-degree development of West Bengal, PM Modi will now visit Singur in Hooghly on Sunday. The PM will inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of various development projects worth more than 830 crore rupees. During his visit, Prime Minister will lay the foundation stone of the extended port gate system at Balagar, including an inland water transport terminal and a road over bridge. Spanning an area of approximately 900 acres, Balagar is being developed as a modern cargo handling terminal with an envisaged capacity of about 2.7 million tons per annum. The project includes the construction of two dedicated cargo handling jetties, one for the containerized cargo and one for dry bulk cargo. Prime Minister will launch a state-of-the-art electric catamaran in Kolkata. This is one of the 6 electric catamarans indigenously built for inland water transport by Kochi Shipyard Limited. The vessel will support urban river mobility, ecotourism and last-mile passenger connectivity along the Hooghly River. Prime Minister will also inaugurate the Joyrambati-Borogopinathpur-Mainapur new rail line. This line is an important part of the Tarakeshwar-Bishnupur new rail line project. Along with the new rail line, a new train service between Mainapur and Joyrambati will also be flagged off. It will provide direct rail connectivity to the residents of Bankura district, making travel more affordable and convenient for daily commuters, students and pilgrims. Prime Minister will also flag off 3 Amrit Bharat Express trains: Kolkata Anand Vihar Terminal Amrit Bharat Express, Kolkata Banaras Amrit Bharat Express and Kolkata Tambaram Amrit Bharat Express. Ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Singur, the local residents expressed their hopefulness of a developed Singur that offers job opportunities for youth and employment for women.
हम जो युवा है आज 40 साल हो गया, कुछ काम भी नहीं है, मेरा परिवार दिक्कत होता है संसार चलाने के लिए। हम लोग सिंगूर से सब यंग युवा जो है, हम प्रधानमंत्री से आग्रह करेंगे जो सिंगूर का इस पुण्य भूमि में वो जो आ रही है यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री जी, सिंगूर वासी को युवाओं को यहाँ पे काम मिलेगा, रोजगार मिलेगा।
तो यहाँ पे रोजगार भी आएगी, सबको सुरक्षा भी मिलेगा और आसपास में जो छोटा छोटा दुकान भी लेकर बैठेगा। जब कारखाना चालू हो जाएगा, मोदी जी के बारी जाएगी।
With an aim To develop areas like Singur, which have a rich potential of hosting an array of industries, ensuring extended benefits to the local residents as well, the projects will ensure connectivity, employment opportunity, and add more strength to India's vision of becoming a developed nation by the year 2047.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Singur is being seen as a very important step for the development of Singur and especially for the development of West Bengal. People here are expecting more job employment opportunities and better ways to create a better livelihood. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to lay the foundation stone of projects worth around 830 crore rupees for the people of Singur. With camera person Sunil Rana, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Singur, West Bengal.
The Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises is organizing PM Vishwakarma Haat 2026 exhibition from Sunday at Delhi Haat in New Delhi. The exhibition is dedicated exclusively to artisans and craftspeople under the PM Vishwakarma scheme is starting. The PM Vishwakarma Haat 2026 aims to celebrate and showcase the country's rich heritage of traditional craftsmanship. It will provide a prominent platform for artisans to exhibit and market their handcrafted products to national and international buyers, stakeholders and the general public. The ministry said that more than 117 artisans from all states and union territories across the country will participate in the event, making it a pan-India representation of diverse traditional skills and crafts. The Haat seeks to enhance market access, improve visibility and create sustainable livelihood opportunities for beneficiaries of PM Vishwakarma scheme. The representatives from foreign missions have also been invited to the PM Vishwakarma Haat 2026. The event will culminate on the 31st of this month and will remain open to the public from 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. Polish Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Radoslaw Sikorski, accompanied by his wife Anne Applebaum, arrived in Rajasthan's Jaipur on Saturday for a 3-day official visit to India. Sikorski will be attending the Jaipur Literature Festival, engaging in sessions that bridge culture and global ideas. The 2026 edition of the Jaipur Literature Festival fosters powerful literary discourse, bringing together leading voices from literature, politics, science and the arts. The festival is a forum for diverse perspectives and meaningful exchange. Polish Deputy Prime Minister's visit culminates on Monday in New Delhi, where he will meet External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to discuss bilateral cooperation, security and defence. The engagement underscores the growing strategic partnership between the two nations. India's Directorate General of Civil Aviation has found serious lapses by Indigo with regard to flight disruptions that took place in December 2025. The DGCA has slapped a fine of rupees 22.2 crores on Indigo for its flight disruptions in December 2025. Regulator asks airline to submit rupees 50 crores in bank guarantees. The aviation regulator said the action was taken after reviewing the airline's operational lapses that led to widespread inconvenience for passengers during the period. Moving on to weather updates, cold wave conditions and dense fog blanketed parts of Delhi on Sunday morning as temperatures dipped to 4.8 degrees Celsius. Dense fog reduced visibility across the national capital, impacting flight operations at Delhi airport and leading to delays. Meanwhile, authorities have reimposed the Graded Response Action Plan or GRAP 3 across Delhi NCR, banning non-essential construction and demolition activities. India registered a thrilling 18-run victory over Bangladesh in their second match at the ICC Under-19 World Cup 2026 on Saturday. The rising star, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, slammed 72, while wicketkeeper batter Abhigyan Kundu made 80 as India posted 238 after batting first. Suryavanshi became the youngest player to score a 50 in Under-19 World Cup history and also surpassed Virat Kohli in the list of players with the most runs in youth ODIs. However, rain forced the match to be shortened to a 29-over match with Bangladesh needing 165 runs to win. From 106 for 2, Bangladesh slumped to 146 all out in the revised chase with 4 wickets. Vihan Malhotra was the pick of the bowlers for India. India will next play New Zealand on January 24. With the series finally poised at 1-1, India and New Zealand gear up for a high-voltage decider in Indore on Sunday. India entered the final ODI with questions over their bowling combination. Kuldeep Yadav struggled for control and even Ravindra Jadeja's form remains a concern. At the batting-friendly Holkar Stadium, discipline with the ball and early breakthroughs will be crucial as India look to protect their perfect record on this ground and seal the series. DD India correspondent Narayan Singh brings more on this.
With the series locked at 1-1, the third and the final ODI between India and New Zealand in Indore on Sunday shapes up as the high-stakes showdown where precision will matter more than flair. India entered the decider with concern over their bowling combination after their spinners was outplayed in the first two matches. The defeat in Rajkot exposed the cracks in the middle overs, an area that long has been India's fortress. New Zealand's batter, led by Daryl Mitchell, dismantled the control with smart footwork and fearless sweeping, turning spin into scoring opportunities. Kuldeep Yadav, usually India's middle-over weapon, struggled to impose himself. Attacked for both length and trajectory, he was denied rhythm as the Kiwi batters read him early and disrupted India's plans. As a unit, India's spinners failed to build sustained pressure, a stark contrast to New Zealand's slow bowlers who squeezed India through the middle overs and forced errors. Now the spotlight shifts to Indore's Holkar Stadium, a venue where bowlers walk a tightrope and batters hold the whip. With the short boundaries and a fast outfield, discipline becomes non-negotiable. The absence of Washington Sundar was clearly felt in Rajkot, while Nitish Kumar Reddy bowled only 2 overs. Condition may prompt the team management to consider an off-spin option like Ayush Badoni, even strengthen the pace attack. Left-arm pacer Arshdeep Singh could be a valuable addition, offering a fuller length on a ground where back-of-the-length bowling can be costly. Mohammad Siraj set to lead the attack, with early wickets holding the key to breaking New Zealand platform. With the bat, India are unlikely to tinker with their core. Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer remain central to the plan. India's perfect record at Holkar offers confidence, but in a series decider, execution, not history, will decide the winner. Narayan Singh for DD India.
In a result that defied the form books and delighted the Strentford end, Manchester United secured a clinical 2-0 victory over rivals Manchester City. In what was Michael Carrick's first game as interim manager, the Red Devils displayed tactical sharpness that ended Manchester City's 13-match winning streak. Second half goals from Brian Mbeumo and Patrick Dorgu settled the 198th Manchester derby. While City dominated possession, United's lightning-fast transitions made all the difference. The scoreline could have been even wider had VAR not chalked off 3 further United strikes. For City, the loss is a significant blow to their title chase, potentially leaving them 9 points adrift of leaders Arsenal. That's all for this edition of DD India Live, but let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS platforms, and you can scan the QR code on the screen to download now. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Prasar Bharati from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.